Good day, everyone. My name is Agyemang, a student from the Department of Forensic Science, UDS. Welcome to my capstone project titled Bugs Don't Lie, How Insect Help Solve Crimes. In this case, I'll be walking you through the fascinating world of forensic entomology, where insects become crucial witnesses in criminal investigations. To start with, what is forensic entomology? Forensic entomology is a scientific study of insects to help legal investigations. Insects, particularly those that colonize decomposing bodies, can help reveal critical clues. Key applications involve estimating postmortem interval, that is the time since death, determining cause and location of death, detecting toxins substances through a subfield called entomotoxicology. Forensic entomology were used back in the 30th century China, where it was used to solve a murder case. Key insects in criminal investigations. So the main insects found in forensic cases are the blue flies, flesh flies, and then the beetles. So the blue flies, for instance, are the first insect to arrive. They are the first insect to arrive at the corpse, and then they are highly reliable for estimating time of death. Then after they arrive, flesh flies follows, and then lastly, the beetles. Knowing which insects are present and at what stage help investigators piece together the postmortem timeline. Life cycle of insect. This insect follow a predictable life cycle, which starts from the egg, the larva, which often passes through 3 stages. So for the larva, you have the first instar stage, the second instar stage, and then the third instar stage. Then it moves to the pupa, and then finally the adult. Their development is affected by the external factors like temperature, humidity, and the environment itself. Understanding these stages is essential because forensic experts can estimate how long a body has been exposed based on the insect development. How insects estimate time of death. Insects colonize and remains in a predictable sequence, and their developmental stages help estimate the postmortem interval. That's the time since death. So insect succession on the corpse. This insect successions, it refers to the predictable sequence in which different insects colonize a corpse as it decomposes over time. So over here, as the insect is decomposing over time, different insects colonize the body in a predictable manner. So it has 5 developmental stages. The first stage, that is 0 to 2 days. They move to the brood stage, that is 2 to 6 days. And then active decay stage, 6 to 10 days. Advanced decay stage, 10 to 20 days. And then dry remain stage, that is beyond 20 days. So it is depicted in the image over there. Yes, so this is how the insects colonize the body or the corpse in a predictable manner. Yes. Calculating PMI using insect development. So in this part, we have 2 ways of calculating the PMI. We have the life cycle method. You can just use the life cycle of the insect. Yes. And then you can use the accumulated degree hour method. So for the life cycle method, it focuses on the developmental stages. Each stage requires a specific temperature to be able to develop to the next stage. So over here, what actually happened is that the entomologists will collect the insect from the corpse, and then you identify the present stage of the insect, whether it's in the first instance stage, the second instance stage, and so on. But you collect older stage of the insect, because let's say a person dies and then insect came and then lay eggs. Then after 5 seconds, another insect came and also lay eggs. So the one that laid the leg firstly will start the developmental journey before the one that came before the one that came late. So it could be that both of the insect collected are in the second instance stage, but one will be older than the other one. So we go for the older one because that one will provide accurate information for the investigations. Yes. So after that, scientists they have a timetable or a chart showing from previous cases So it's a chart showing how or the days it take an insect to develop from the eggs to either the second instance, the third, the pupa, or the adult. Yeah. So assuming you collected the insect and then the insect is in the second instance, and maybe according to the chart, it's saying that it takes 3 days for an insect to move from the egg stage to the second insert stage. Then you can say that the person died 2 days ago. Yes, that's how the life cycle method works. And then for the accumulated degree hour, it measures the thermal energy absorbed by the insect in its developmental stage. So at each stage, the insect absorbs a specific amount of thermal energy. Yes, so we analyze this thermal energy to help calculate the PMI. So the formula is average temperature minus developmental threshold times time. So uh, the average temperature uh, is the mean temperature. It's either in Celsius or Fahrenheit over a specific time period during the insect development. Yes, so that is the average temperature. And then the developmental threshold is the minimum temperature required for an insect species to grow. So at this temperature, the species grow to the next stage. So when it is below this threshold temperature, it means development will stop. Yes, that's how this one also works. And so the formula is there. After getting all the information, then you can use the formula to calculate the time, either in hours or in days. Method of collection and preservation. So to accurately study insect on the body, proper collection and preservation are crucial. Common sampling techniques include hand collection, pitfall trap to catch chlorine insects, and bellet funnels to extract insects from soil. So here is an example of a pitfall trap. It's a simple, effective way of collecting insects crawling around or emerging from the body. These traps are especially helpful in locating insects that develop beneath or around a corpse, contributing further to PMI estimation. Then preservation involves placing specimens in ethanol, freezing them, or penning for later examination. Each method ensures the evidence remains reliable in the court of law. Entomotoxicology. This is a subfield of forensic entomology that focuses on the study of toxins in insects feeding on the remains. Yes, it helped determine if the disease or if the dead body was exposed to drug, poison, or heavy metals. So, for example, substances like cocaine can accelerate insect development, which can mislead investigators if not accounted for. So, these drugs can increase or decrease insect development depending on the type of drug the person took. Yes, so that's how this one also works. Real life case example. So here are 2 real world cases where insects help crack the truth. So in Tennessee in the 1990s, a suspect claimed the victim earlier, has just died 2 days earlier, but insect pupa indicated that at least 5 days had passed. And then in 19th century France, a baby's body found behind a fireplace was said to be recently placed, but insect evidence proved it had been there for about 20 days, which helped review a cover-up. So this is how forensic entomology works. This is how it can be applied in real-world cases. Challenges of forensic entomology. Despite its value, forensic entomology has challenges. Insect development is highly influenced by the environment, as I said earlier. So the temperature, humidity, they can all influence insect development. Analysis require expert knowledge. So the expert, you need to get an expert so that the person can work on the insect to help crack the truth. In cases where the body is buried or concealed, can delay insect colonization. Additionally, there is a lack of comprehensive insect distribution databases in tropical regions, making it hard to generalize findings. So we can't generalize findings because some of the regions across the world lack insect databases. So that means the databases, let's say databases for insect in India might be different from databases of insect in Ghana, but because so let's say Ghana will lack the databases and then India might have it. So in this case, we cannot generalize from this. So this is also a challenge of forensic entomology since some of the regions lack databases. Then conclusion and references. So in conclusion, forensic entomology is a powerful tool in crime investigation. Insects offer clues about time and location of death, exposure to substances, and help uncover the hidden truth when other evidences fails. As we say, bugs don't lie. Thank you.